Okay, guys, we're in Madden 03 in the football 101 game mode in Madden 03. It's a game mode that pretty much walks you through every single formation that they have. Well, not quite, but they have a whole lot of the basics. But pretty much what they do is they pretty much show you how to run certain plays and what the formation's all about and stuff like that. This is in Madden 03, mind you. So I'm gonna just go through this real quick, going through just to play.
The split back
Listen to this.
formation is mainly a passing formation, typically featuring two wide receivers, a tight end, and two running backs. The post corner play from the split backs formation would be used in a medium to long yardage situation. The quarterback takes a deep drop and looks downfield to his wide receiver. This wide receiver is a key receiver in this play. He runs a post corner route downfield, which could possibly clear out room for the tight end. Hit your open target for a good chunk of positive yardage.
And now, basically, they're pretty much just gonna run through it real quick, and then they're gonna give you an opportunity to do it as well. So what I want you to take from this is that they're actually showing you how to do things. That's what I want to. That's what I want you to take away from this. Guys, Madden 03 had a whole lot of things that were built to help the gamer learn the game and get better at it. They had mini camps, which was everybody's favorite section. I don't care who you were, how old you were, you loved the mini camps. Of course, they had franchise, tournament, 2 minute drill. 2 minute drill is huge. They pretty much gave you an opportunity to practice your 2 minute drill, and so when you're put in a situation in the game, you're more composed. Football 101, I just pretty much already went over that. Practice mode, of course, and situation. Situation is pretty much, if you're not familiar with it, it's a it's a game like atmosphere. It's pretty much a game, but you can set it up so you can say who has the ball, what's the score, what the downs are, the time left, who has the ball, what yard line the ball's on, how many timeouts each team has. I mean, it's just setting the game up so you have to work for something, like you're trying to come back after like a 14-point deficit, or you're just trying to keep the lead. You can tailor make the game for yourself. It is, guys. It's that Madden 04 on the screen for y'all, aka the best Madden game I've ever played in my life. I was like 11 years old with this. Like, it's been a long time ago. I love this game, but pretty much this game by far is the best Madden when it comes to describing things. It's the football 101. They get practice mode, situation, 2 minute drill, mini camps. Oh my god! Like I might have to do a little a side video to just show the mini camps in Madden back in the day. They helped you so much. But of course, franchise and tournament mode. I love tournament mode too. But features pretty much the classic create a play team playbook type deal. But what I want to get into right now is Madden 101. They had all the descriptional videos about how to do things. If you guys don't remember, Madden 04 is when they added so many things. They improved so many things from Madden 03. They added shading your cornerbacks inside and outside to play slant routes or out routes better. Like, oh my god, like they have so many things. They added the playmaker. They added, oh my god, guys, I'm telling you. But they had videos to describe how to do every single thing. That's like, oh my god, like, I can't even express the love I feel for this game.
Hi, I'm Melissa Stark. So, you think you've mastered the basic skills and controls needed to play in Madden NFL 2004. And now you want to separate yourself from the competition. Let's go over to Al Michaels, who will teach you some tricks to turn your game up a notch. Thanks, Melissa. When you break the huddle and your call play is a sweep right, and you see that the defense has taken his middle linebacker to the wide side of the field, anticipating a sweep, this is a good time to call an audible to run up the middle. To call an audible, you simply press the X button to activate the audible, and then press the button of the new play. You have 5 audibles to choose from, and these audibles are mapped to the A button, X button, B button, L trigger, and R trigger. We're going with the X button. Your players will shift formation, and you're ready to run your play. Perfect. If you want to change which plays are available as audibles, you can do this by pausing game and going to coach's strategies, selecting the audible that you want to change, and selecting the new play. Another way to take advantage of the defense before the snap of the ball without changing the entire play is hot routes. In this situation, the receiver is set to run a curl route, but the safety has walked up to the line of scrimmage showing blitz and leaving a huge space to exploit. This gives you the perfect opportunity to send your slot on a streak route down the field. To do this, you simply press the Y button to activate hot routes. Press the button of the receiver you want to change. That would be the X button. Now press the directional pad to pick the new route. Press left or right for an in or out pattern, down for a curl, up for a fly route, and white or black for a slant left or post pattern. For this play, we'll press up for the fly. The route has been changed. Now let's run the play. There's no one in up top support, and your receiver is clear for 6. Another useful hot route technique that could spoil the plans of this blitzing safety is a blocking hot route. The blocking hot route can be used by the running back or tight end and allows you to tell your player to stay home and which side to block to. To do this, you simply press the Y button to activate hot routes. Press the button of the tight end or running back. If you want to change, that would be the L trigger. Now press the white button to have the running back block to the left, or the black button to have him block to the right. Let's go with the black button to stop him from blitzing the outside. The route has been changed, and now let's run the play. The running back picks him up, and the quarterback has time to throw in deep. Sending a player in motion is another good way to get the edge on the defense in the passing game and can be useful in giving your receiver a better shot at getting open, or in the running game to bring an extra blocker. To send a player in motion, you simply press up or down on the directional pad to highlight the player you want to send. Let's select the tight end. Pressing left or right on the directional pad will send the player in the desired direction. On this play, the offense is running a sprint left to the wide side of the field. Pressing left and bringing the tight end to the side of the play gives the back an additional blocker. The tight end picks up the linebacker, springing the running back for a good pickup. One more advanced gameplay feature that you need to be aware of is the no-huddle offense. After the play is over, there are 3 options for your offense without them having to return to the huddle. By pressing the Y button as soon as the play is over, you will make your players run to the line of scrimmage and get set to run the same play without huddling up first. If time is running out and you don't want to spend a timeout, you can press the B button immediately after a play is over to spike the ball and stop the clock. If you want to throw your opponent off, you can fake spiking the ball by pressing the X button after the play is over and then running the play. These options are all very useful weapons when you're out of timeouts or very little time is left on the clock. Don't worry, the advanced gameplay techniques are not only for the offense, there are also a few for the defense to make you more effective at stopping and running the pass. If you line up on defense and think your opponent is going to try to run the ball up the middle, you can shift your defensive line to close down the gaps by pressing the L trigger and down on the directional pad. You can also shift your defensive line to the left by pressing the L trigger and left on the directional pad, or right by pressing the L trigger and right on the directional pad, or the L trigger and up to spread the defensive ends outside the tackles. For this play, we'll press down to close the gaps. This run is going nowhere. You can also make adjustments for the linebackers and secondary as well. You can shift your linebackers around the field by pressing the R trigger and down on the directional pad to tighten the linebackers' spacing to protect the middle. You can also shift your linebackers to the left by pressing the R trigger and left on the directional pad, or right by pressing the R trigger and right on the directional pad, or R trigger and up to spread the linebackers. For this play, we'll shift the linebackers left. The linebackers are in position to stop the sweep. Finally, let's take a look at coverage adjustments. For the defensive backs, you can adjust their coverage by pressing the Y button and pressing the directional pad up to drop your defensive backs into loose pass coverage. If you want to have your defensive backs play bump and run, press down. If you want to shift your safeties and linebackers into better position to cover their man, press right on the directional buttons. For this play, we'll press down for the bump and run. The corners are able to tangle the receivers up long enough to throw off their timing, and the quarterback can't escape the blitz. Once you get the hang of these, you can mix them up and truly dominate your opponent.
Thanks, Al. Well, now you have the tools you need to take your game to an all-pro level. Make sure to check out all of the tutorials in Madden NFL 2004.
We got Madden 07 in front of us, last gen, of course. I'm gonna go through some things they had. This also was a very, very well-made Madden when it comes to describing things. They have Madden tutorials, which it described how to do the lead blocking, the running controls, superstar mode type deals. If you don't quite remember, '07 was the year where they introduced lead blocking into Madden, so that's why they have these. See, every single thing they bring in, they break down how it's done. But what I don't like is they got rid of the videos on how to offset your cornerbacks to play slant routes or out routes better. They don't really go through that in this Madden. Also with game modes, they have NFL Network. NFL Network is pretty much you can go through every single team, and it's just about different where they give you 3 plays offensively or something like that and 3 plays defensively, and you pretty much can work through that. And they'll break it down for you.
I form big is a formation teams like to use when they want to run the ball. The halfback lead dive play is one of those plays. In this play, the fullback will lead block for the halfback right up the middle. The halfback will not look to do anything fancy. He'll take the handoff, put his head down, try to pick up as much yardage as he can. This is a good play to use in short yardage and goal line situations. Single back big is a balanced formation that contains 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, and a running back. Primarily a running formation, an offense can pass out of this set as well. The play action flanker clown play uses play action to try and freeze the defense as receivers get down the field. The number 1 option on this play is the left flanker. He will run a clown route, which is a fake corner post route. The quarterback will release the ball right as the flanker cuts back to the post after his corner fake.